What's going on, guys? I know the title was a little clickbaity, but it's really not, as you can see by the ratchet strap holding my bike together. Man, where to begin? So I had ordered some frame braces from Camel ADV, and I was just gonna throw them on real quick and not make a video, but none of that went according to plan at all. Let me show you what I'm talking about. So, most people, when they think of a motorcycle, they assume something kind of like this. That's a horrible drawing. The motor stuck right in the middle somewhere. But on most modern motorcycles, outside of dirt bikes and such, your frame looks a little more like this. And the motor connects in here, right there, and in the rear, and floats. Maybe a connection up here. It is a stress part of the frame. Now, on the Tenere specifically, what can happen is as you take big hits, that part of the frame will start to stretch right here. Like a wishbone. Every hit will make it go like that more and more. And where that frame connects to the motor, right there, can actually break off. All right, we've got our tap. It is a 12 millimeter 125 thread pitch. I bought a die as well that I chased down the bolts with. They were a little rough, and I'm thinking maybe that's part of the problem. Cheap bolts from the crash bars. I'll get a little oil on this and see if I can't clean those out enough just to get the frame brace on and the crash bars back on, and then we'll be good to go. If not, this is going to be a call to Yamaha. All right, it's starting pretty good, which is a good sign. A little stiff right there. If you've ever worked in any kind of industry where tapping things is part of the job, then you know slow and steady is your best friend. This is not something you rush. I don't have a tap handle. I don't have a socket that'll fit that. Just gonna slowly turn it, back it out a little bit. Just going nice and easy. Don't do this without putting some sort of oil, preferably cutting fluid, but put something on the tap before you put it in there. Oh yeah, there's a gummed up spot right there. It is an aluminum head, so it shouldn't be the hardest to get those threads cleared out. Just gonna back this out. Let me grab my air compressor real quick. I know you're probably thinking that having the motor be a stress member of the frame is one of the dumbest things you could do, but it's actually extremely common. Like I said, basically every modern motorcycle is like this outside of dirt bikes. It's usually not an issue, but you start dealing with some extreme weight of these bikes with hard riding, especially if you're getting the front wheel up at all, and that's where you start running into issues. This side's so far going okay. I think the other side was a little bit worse, but we shall See what we can save. Oh yeah. Oh, that goes in there real easy. That's perfect. Big sigh of relief. We got this side down. Should be good to go. Trick now is I need to get the frame brace on with this guy in place. You guys can kind of see what I'm working with here. Front hooks into this bolt where the frame goes into the motor. Got another one here at the mid motor, and then these on the back frame. And that should keep everything in line. You can't see it. There's a little tab under here that hangs your coolant bottle off of. So this is the stock bolt that goes in this middle one. You're not going to use that one. The kit comes with a anodized bolt. And then you'll reuse your 2 bolts back here. Don't want to go too tight yet. And these do have torque specs that I recommend paying attention to. So on this side, the washer does not have a step in it. So the washer will go in front of the frame brace. And I'm just gonna hand feed this in so I don't screw things up. Let it do its own thing. I don't wanna foul up anything. So I pulled the washer off. It's not the biggest washer in the world, but it's fine thread bolts, so that's got to be at least 3 pitches of that thread you lose by having that washer on there, because this plate is, yeah, it's the same size as a washer, so I'm going to leave that off for now. All right, let me grab a torque wrench. All right, I'll put the torque specs on the screen, but basically the M12 is 65 Newton meters. The rear head one right here is 55. These guys are 30. And then on the coolant bottle side, the coolant bottle's, I think, 10. I'll make sure and have the exact ones up on the screen. All right. Before I pull this off, let's go do the other side and see if we can't save it. This side was the bad side. This is the side I'm really worried about. It doesn't even want to begin to start, and I don't want to put a tap in there and cross thread. That's not good. Now on this side of the bike, the washer has a step in it. It needs to go behind here. Just don't forget that. That one goes behind. Stuff all over the floor. Went really loose. I think I just I just killed it. Keep it tight. Nope. It's done for. It's done for. Yep. This thread's a shot. Man, that sucks. Really thought we were okay, but it just killed those threads. Like it just destroyed them. Let's see what I can do without the crash bars. Maybe get an idea what's going on. But I think these threads are completely screwed. Well, bolt's not long enough. So it's just catching the first few threads and then not being able to hold. That one's pretty stinking tight. Well, we got it in. Turns out the bolt was just too long and not reaching the threads. The threads are actually fine. Won't run crash bars for now. Bolts in, torque to spec, no problem. That was really stressful. Now I just gotta torque these down, pull the crash bars off the other side, and should be good to go. Stressful. We're on, we're solid. Just need to pull the crash bars off the other side and I'll call it a day. That was stressful. And the bike needs a wash. We're golden. Oh my God, that was stressful. Gotta admit, that was a pretty sickening, like sinking in my stomach feeling, thinking when I thought I had blown the threads on the other side. I know it's not the end of the world. I can helicoil it and all that, but man, then you're just taking more material out of the engine mount, and it just made me sick to my stomach. But we're good now. I think I was thinking about it, and I think if I run crash bars again, I won't run any that just mount off of this bolt and then around to the front. I think it's a dumb idea, because if you drop the bike, all that torque force goes right into your motor mount. There's nowhere else to distribute it, especially for crash bars up high. Lower crash bars down here, a little less, because they don't take as much hit from the full weight of the bike. But I think what Garda does, what Outback Moto Trek does, what a lot of these places do, where the crash bars, you know, they come around so that they guard your radiator, and they may mount here, but then they also mount here. You know what I mean? And it gives you another spot to help absorb some of that kinetic energy and not just be torquing on a single pivot point. So if I do crash bars again, for sure they will be ones that have more than one mount point. And I don't know if I'd do ones that go up this high. It sucks to lose my Moscow bags right here. That extra little bit of storage, but I'd rather lose some storage than lose a motor mount. In any case, hopefully this will help alleviate these issues down the road from the motor moving around and the frame stretching at all. Definitely something to check out on your T7 to make sure you haven't got any frame stretch yet, because it can break. Right here, just breaks right off the cylinder head, and then your motor's done. There's no fixing that. You can't weld that back. It's too much of a stress point. And if it's done enough to break that, then it's probably also stretched your frame, and the frame's toast too, so your bike is totaled. So if a little $100 kit can save me from something like that, I'll take it. Now I just got to get this coolant tank back on. Kit comes with a bolt and a little spacer. Unfortunately, this really cool throttle guard that came with my GP Mucci skid plate won't be usable anymore. Keep your washer. Keep this little washer. Goes through there. Spacer goes there. This little knob goes back in the rubber mount, and then this just, come on, just bolt in right there. So one of the main reasons for crash bars in the first place is that's the bottom of your radiator right there. You take a fall, it's real easy to break that. It's one of the main reasons for a lot of the crash bars you see come around the midsection is just for protecting that. So one of the things I love about the GP Mucci skid plate is it comes all the way up to here, so it actually protects all of that. It's a pretty nice little design. Hopefully that'll keep me out of any trouble. Perfect. Man, what a day. Tell you what, that was stressful. Weird to say, but you don't really know, or you can't really appreciate how much something means to you until you're like, oh no, it's dead in the water. And this bike means a lot to me. Especially, you know, being able to ride with the wife on her CF Moto. If I didn't have a bike, it'd be rough. I think we're good now. Like I said in the last ride video, I was gonna pull the cameras off the bike and the tire pressure sensors. I already pulled those out and buttoned up the bike. So now it just needs a bath. I think I'll give it a good wash before I put the skid plate back on. Should be good to go. Maybe get out for another ride tomorrow. I feel pretty exhausted from the ups and downs of today. But if you guys got any questions about the process, about these Camel ADV frame braces, I'm sure other people make them too, but these ones are just, I run other Camel ADV stuff and it's worked great, so I just kind of trust them to do what they say it's supposed to do. But if you have any questions about that, just hit me up in the comments, and hopefully next time we'll see you on the trail. Later, guys.